Alright, what's going on YouTube? Today I have a kind of different video. I wanted to start doing some coaching. I'm not actually making it officially or doing any coaching publicly, like selling yet. But this is some practice on a free coaching giveaway I gave away on Twitch. So if you want a chance to win some coaching, kind of like this one's being uploaded because it was free, so I'm gonna upload it. Usually if you pay for it, I wouldn't upload it without your permission, but yeah. So this is gonna be uploaded. This is let me check the notes here. This guy is 1990, almost diamond, but not exactly diamond in Brawlhalla. He is Hattori and Bryn main, and he's looking to get better to break the brink into diamond and stuff like that. So that's what we're going to focus on, looking at what he does, compare it to what I do, compare it to what others do, and just try a new method of coaching that I think is the best way to go about it. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay, what's up? So this is obviously being recorded for YouTube, but you can just be normal, and we're gonna go right into it. And you said you play Bryn and Hattori, right?
Yeah, I play Spear mostly.
Yeah, you mainly play Spear. Okay, so when you look at like how you're supposed to play and stuff like that, you usually look at people like Ethan, or like who's your like most well-known player you look at when you're looking for Spear?
Yeah, I watch a lot of Ethan, like his previous games in the like tournaments and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And I also watch like Crocus stream a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, so those are basically the two best Spear players in North America. You're not gonna find like a lot more Spear, right? Okay, so we're gonna start with you and look at your replay. And right now I'm just gonna take one of the ones you gave me, the Apocalypse one, and just go from there.
Okay.
Alright. Okay, so before I get into it, how do you, so you're 1990, so that's like almost diamond, but not, your peak is 1990, that's almost diamond, but not exactly there yet, right? Have you
Yeah.
gone diamond any of the season before this one?
No, no, this was like my first season getting it. Well,
Getting close
not
to
getting
it.
it, but close. Yeah,
Yeah.
getting close.
How many hours do you have?
I've got 900 right now.
Okay. How would you like describe your like mental, if that makes sense? Like, how do you think you're usually calm? Do you ever get angry or like mad at stuff?
Um, I took the game seriously like a year ago,
Mm.
probably. That's when I started like to playing more seriously, and I got tilted. But right now, I mostly play calm. I don't really care about ranked. I just wanna like get diamond just so I could prove that I'm like kind of good at the game.
Mhm. So you don't really get tilted. You can usually deal with a loss, and that's really important. So like even before, however, combos or whatever, you need to be able to just like be able to keep playing. And you said you can hit most combos, so sidelight nair is no problem for you on axe, and then you have the follow ups for that, right? Like
Uh,
you
yeah.
said, yeah, sidelight nair. On spear, you can do sidelight downlight, even though it's not true. You can get double downlight usually, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so.
Sometimes like they now jump out of it, and I do like a recovery or an air
Mhm.
instead of a double down like. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna hit play, and we can get into this game. Oops. All right, so right into it. Okay, so I'm gonna look at that entire interaction from the start, and the game opens. He dares, and that's fine. You go up, and then pick up the weapon, and everything that happens here is good in reaction to what he does. Usually, you wouldn't dash back and forth like this, right? Because it's just not like it's not. You can't really, if you're dashing back and forth. Let's say he didn't dare, you can't really react to what he was going to do. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You need to keep the like buttons free. If you're dashing back and forth like this, it limits what you're able to do because of you won't be in control of your position. If you're gonna dash back and forth like this, be sure of where you're gonna end up. It's just fine because he did this dare, but in reality, if he came at you straight and you're dashing back and forth, he gets to hit you. If he comes at you from a different angle, he gets to hit you. You end up getting a weapon, and this is really good what you do here, with the pickup and then immediately into the downlight, right? Like this entire interaction is really good. So the thing you do after it is you give him room. You turn, and you just go, right? And it's not that big of a deal. but it just gives him room where he doesn't deserve it, if that makes sense. And this is something you probably end up doing a lot. I end up doing it a lot. A lot of people do end up doing it. He has no weapon, and you have the full map. He has to go all the way over here for a weapon. You have no. He has no right to like disrespect you by coming back on stage, right? So here you see he also, or you're probably not paying attention to it, and I'm speaking really fast, so tell me if you may slow down. But let's go back, like right here. He, right here, as he is this is his last jump, right? He's about to lose it, and you're gonna see right here. You stare him, he jumps, and now what does he have? He's gray, right? You see how he's grayed out? He has no jumps, okay? So what you want to do on his lack of jumps is move forward. You go this way rather than go towards him, and it's probably not going to cost you a lot, but you're definitely giving up free damage, right? You're giving up. This is a free end light. If you're facing him, what do? Here you end light him, right?
Yes.
You end light him, and then
hit him.
yeah, you would have been able to hit him. Even if it's not end light, you get side light, down light. You get end light. You off end light, you take him down, but instead he goes through you. Then you end light late, and he's already past you going for the weapon. Okay. So it starts off really strong with end light, down light, take him off stage, and then you give up the pressure you had. And with spear, and this is in spear specific since you main spear, a lot of the game is keeping up that pressure and that zoning. When you start something, you want to keep going with it, okay? You can't just take what you've already done and then give it up.
Okay.
That wake up was really bad. I'm sure you can already tell why. I don't really need to explain this. You downlight, and let's look at the situation as why you're downlighting. This downlight is super late and something you should work on. So far, you haven't really been doing anything like abruptly bad, and that's clear because you're like you said, you're close to diamond. But right here, this downlight is really it's not good, right? You just downlight and I'm sure you're reacting to this dodge or whatever, but it's slow. He's already dodged, and by that time, you should be turning around. You can react to that dodge by turning around and then lighting him, but instead you downlight, and it's just to get an attack out, but it's late is the problem.
Yeah, it was more like an autopilot thing.
Yeah.
Like I didn't just think about it.
And then he gets you dodging in. Here, this is something you'll realize on just everything. You, right here, what do you do? What do you do next? You already know because you just saw it, right? What do you do next?
I go in.
No. Right, when you get here, you dodge, okay? Right? Look,
Okay.
you dodged. Why?
I don't know. Just
The-
like
it's-
autopilot thing. Like
yeah.
I didn't think about it too.
Yeah, you didn't think about it. And in reality, with where he is, and he has sword, right? And you're let me just clean this up. You're here. He has sword and is here, right? What
Yeah.
can he do to you here on sword that you can't react to? So you need to dodge like that. If he jumps up and stares you, then you dodge, right? Does that make sense? Everything everything he could possibly threaten you with from here, you can react to. But instead, you just autopilot dodge. You dodge with no reason behind it, just to get a dodge out. But you could realistically just take a second, don't autopilot. Just wait for him to do something, and then you dodge it. Because what you do here is something top players do a lot. It's something everyone does. They dodge for no reason with no threat on them, and then because they waste a dodge, they get threatened on, and then they take extra damage for it. Because you didn't have a dodge, he sidelighted you, and then he jump stared you, right?
Yeah.
So you always gotta keep in mind when you're about to dodge, you think about why you're dodging, right? You should be dodging on reaction to threat, not just because you're gonna dodge. Dodge is your only like safe option in the game, right? There's no shield or anything, so if you have no dodge, they can hit you for free. Then you GC side sig, he punishes it, and then you're trying to recover, and that recovery was fine because he wasn't gonna threaten you. In reality, he can ground pound you here and kill you. You wouldn't have touched the wall, but he doesn't. A better recovery, which I'm just gonna go over fast, would be since you're going this high anyway, just commit to it. Like, watch you jump, recovery, and then just dodge diagonally up. You have dodge here and you're saving it, right? Your dodge is back now, so dodge there, okay? And then you commit to going all the way up.
Yeah.
And like, that was a good read. That end sig was fine. It hit. but you should stick with downlight Sarah just because it's the same read except it does more damage, gives you more map control. You see the N6 sent him up, but the downlight Sarah would have sent him very far. I'm gonna go through here looking if I missed anything. So yes, downlight Sarah there, and you gain control of the stage, which was really important. But Sarah was good, and the N6 was actually fine. I would have caught him if he came back. I knew you weren't really a threat. Okay, so this dare, you dare him, and then the Sarah was just too late. It just was slow. You have to, if you're going to dare Sarah, you know you're going to dare Sarah. You dare and then you Sarah, or you dare and then you nair. You need to be putting out your attacks. You can't just dare and then I'm taking a second to think about nothing and then Sarah. Especially
Yeah,
when
I should just like commit to it.
yeah,
Right.
you commit to the Sarah, because what you realistically did here was dare, and then let's say you're waiting for a dodge, then wait for the dodge, but you didn't wait for a dodge. You dared and then you Sarah'd, right? So if you're gonna wait for a dodge, wait for the dodge. But if you're not, then get your 2 hits out. Just taking a lot of damage here. I'll look at what you could have done to take less damage. That recovery was good from him, but after he did that recovery, what you did was fall back into him, and this is another thing that people do at all levels, right? It's not just really it's not really a pro thing, right? I mean, it's not really a you thing. Everyone does this. You got hit, you need to reset, and instead of resetting, you fell back into him diagonally using a Sarah, and you should try to avoid that if you're going to do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like I should like wait more of my jumps, like go slowly, like
Yeah.
towards the stage.
Yeah, or even this is gonna like sound. This is not gonna sound weird, but it's like it's a bit more scary. Here, you have this. This is where you are, right? You
Yeah.
have the option to land straight down. He can push you with a side light. You did what you did, which is go diagonal into him with a Sarah. If you're going to go diagonal, go with a dare, but the diagonal is bad in general because he can downlight, he can end light. He has a lot of options if you come in like this. So this is an option, dangerous, but it's one. And then there's the third option. You go all the way here, and you grab wall. He probably won't commit that hard, so you're safe grabbing the wall, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And your last option would have been to completely go on the other side. But you should never just gradually glide back into another person. It's just really bad. Okay? And there you kind of did it again, but you got some time. You were moving back into him. If you're that high with one jump left, you really need to go for the wall or go past him. You can't keep moving into him. The wall here is kind of scary too because you have one jump, so yes, he can come off and ground pound you. Does that make sense? But
Yeah.
for the most part, if you are continuously going back into a person, he's going to continuously hit you, right? There he went for an N-sig, which was a bad option, but I'm going to show it to you again, just so you see that what he could have done was going to be bad for you. So you're coming at him like this. You have nothing. He goes for an N-sig. Not sure why. He's kind of trolling. This isn't going to hit anyway. And you punish it. But in reality, you come in like this diagonally again. This is really bad. Imagine if he doesn't go for an N-sig. He walks up to you. He gets another N-light recovery. And you're off stage again. You're just in a terrible spot coming in over and over again. Right?
Yeah.
But yeah. At this point, that was really good. You took him off and then you realized what he had options with. So right here, that Sarah was really good. This is the right option, you get what I'm saying, but you're too far. It's just a mechanical error. You're doing the right move,
Yeah.
but you're too far from the stage. So it works, but if you're here, you covered this column, but if you cover this column, you hit it directly and he goes straight down, he dies, okay? There's no need for another weapon throw or an edge guard.
Okay. Good. Yeah. That's just like a thing that I got to practice in training.
Yeah.
Like
You just
that
work
offstage.
on where you start the ground pound, and you'll be able to just get it every time.
Okay.
Side stick is fine. It's, I don't know. You died, but really, it's just like, yeah, you hit him while he was still in death frames, and then moving on, you missed the combo. This one was kind of hard to hit, but you have to be able to react to that. You see where you hit him?
Yeah, I should go a little backwards.
No, you can't do anything. You're probably thinking, oh, I should have nared. You can't nair. This is the part of sidelight where you hit Sair. If you go for the Sair here, it's true, okay? So you do,
Yeah.
in that back hitbox of sidelight, you go for sidelight Sair rather than nair. If you sidelight Sair him, you would have had control of this weapon. You would have been able to reset it, get your spear, and then you can pressure him on unarmed. But instead, you're trying to reset after missing the combo, and he Sairs you, and he side six you. Because you also recovery too fast. If you're gonna recovery that fast, you need to commit to going high, or you're gonna go low. But you just walked at the stage. Okay. Right here, he's just coming at you with guitars. You're not really taking the time to move away, but you don't really have the chance because he's coming at you. He's right on top of you, and that's fine. But this dodge is not necessarily a bad dodge. There's never really a completely safe dodge with guitars, but you should. This is just something worth remembering. A Suri has downlight end sig. Downlight end sig catches this dodge diagonally up, catches this dodge, and it catches dodge down. Unless you dodge straight into the ground. You get it? So
Good, yeah.
So look at those 4 dodges, and then pay attention to what dodge you really should have like gone for, right? And there's safe dodges, and of course no dodge is really ever safe. You dodge this way, he recoveries this way. You get what I'm saying? So it's never completely like you're out, but most of them are better than this one. Okay.
Okay.
This should put you in a really bad spot. He should kill you. In reality, he's not going to. You make it back up, fine, but he can kill you there. So that's like a game difference. Like you could have lost the game off that. All of this is really good from you. You reset and you use recovery. The end light is really good, and then you side light, and that's all of it went actually really well. Like your follow ups are good. Usually your mistake comes in your positioning and where you're standing, which is true for a lot of people. You have the follow-ups down and you can react to and know what move to use when you react. Like that end light there, a lot of people wouldn't do that end light, right? They just let the guy recover and not punish it. But you punish it and then you continue on with the follow-up. You read the dodge in. That recovery, you work on hitting that. It was a good hit, and then you actually get it. Right here is just a lot of whiffing from both parties. Drops a combo, and you're end lighting too far. You really shouldn't be. This end light isn't bad, but look at where you are. You have your movement options available to you. You just saw him whiff that downlight. This means you have time to dash, right? He's going to downlight here, dash. Don't end light to match it. Dash and then move forward. This ground pound was just not good, but there's nothing to look over it. And Sig was just kind of greedy. You shouldn't really Sig in neutral like that. Doesn't always work out. The dare was missed, and at this point you're putting too many inputs in and not really thinking about them right. You go from a side Sig to a dare.
Like I panic.
Yeah. Also here, you're not panic recovering because that's like you literally just like be doing something stupid. You're just getting back on stage, but look at what he gave you, right? You're going back on stage, yes, but look at what in reality you have. Okay, this is the side sig starting up. The side sig goes through here, and look at how much time he's gonna give you to do something about it. The sig's coming. You jumped, and then you recovery. You have a jump and then you can just jump dare him, right? You can start an edge guard, you can put him in a bad situation. Even if you don't edge guard him fully, you get this dare, you make it back to stage, and then you have the entire map to work with. But instead you just went with what? Dare, and then there's nothing, right? You don't get to follow it up.
Yeah.
And making sure you're able to follow it up is always fun. So yeah, should look at the follow up, like knowing that yes, he's coming at me, but I can reverse this rather than here you're playing to be safe. You're trying to go back on stage and win another neutral, but he's giving you something you can turn on him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you look at the opportunities you have and make your own. What he's going for is he's okay. This is what I have. I'm gonna make an opportunity out of it. And you look at that and you're like, okay, this didn't work. I have to punish it. You can't just let this go for free. All right. So this this dare was on the map. Not good. Don't do attacks like this for really no reason. The idea in your mind is to hit him. Obviously, that's in your head, right? You're going to hit this guy with this dare.
Yes.
But look at where he is, right? Like in reality, like think about it. You want to hit him with that dare, but think about it. Is there any chance he gets hit by this?
No.
Yeah.
No, I should have like probably just recovered, right?
You should just land on the ground. You land on the ground. He has no jumps. Downlight him, right? You just have he side stigging gave up the map. You didn't take advantage of it here, but
Yeah.
you still have a chance here. You touch the map, and now he has to come to the map. You dash back, force. You give him too much room, and then you just start. You dare. It's a panic dare. You shouldn't be panicking, and then he gets that just on a bad recovery from not touching the ground. You and this is something very important that I'm gonna go over. At no point here, after what happens here, right, did you touch the ground. You didn't. You had no jumps, and at no point did you try to touch the ground to reset them. Instead, you were stuck. Uh, you were stuck daring through the platform. You got Sarah again, and now you're coming back to the stage with very limited resources because you're too far. So he gets a free edge guard. It's and he has a big lead here. Right, like yellow to this. So what you would want to do is play really slowly. You get a weapon really fast, right? And he dares the map. So on this dare, like look at this dare on this map, and you just walk towards him. When he goes for this dare,
Oh,
you
hold on. I'm lagging. I'm lagging.
Yeah.
Alright. We should be good.
Okay. So this dare, or what it was, this he dares and use sidelight super late. A thing you're doing like very poorly is punishing. You're missing a lot of them. You're just slow on it or whatever. Like this sidelight, not only is it slow, it's just the wrong move, right? Like there
Yeah.
you end like so when you're playing, you keep in mind what are the punishes I have to do, and what do I have option to, and obviously the coaching's only for like however long, right? But these are things you remember when you're looking at your self play. If you ever look back at your own replays, and if you don't look at replays, look at them in game. In game, you probably did this sidelight and then you moved on, right? You kept playing. Do this sidelight and then realize it was a bad sidelight. Don't do it again in the same game, right? Try to fix it while you're playing.
Yeah.
He dares again, and what do you do again?
I dodge.
You do the same sidelight. You
Okay.
do that sidelight. It was bad. He dares. You do the same sidelight again in the same situation, right? It's just not.
Okay.
It's just not good.
Yeah, I didn't fix it. Yeah.
Yeah. You're going for a lot of sidelights here, and not a lot of like end lights and stuff. You get a really good edge guard, but I want to look at what you're actually doing on stage because yes, you kill him here and it's good, and you're using Axe's ground pounds to the best. But a lot before that, you're just whiffing, and if he didn't go off stage there, it looks like this stop would have been really bad for you, right?
Yeah.
Like you're gonna go for sidelight here. These are end lights. Like sidelight is good, but obviously you're misspacing it a lot. End light you don't have to space, right? Like you hear a lot of people call Axe broken and joke about how it plays itself, but if you're not using all the moves available to it. You're only using one of them, right? You're only using sidelight and you keep missing it. You need to work on the spacing and you need to work on entry with dash sidelight. If you should be using sidelight to enter, to break neutral, dash in sidelight to punish, but you have to space it perfectly. You can't be sidelighting right next to him. If you are right next to him, you end light, you down light. Those two things hit stacked. They put him in other situations. They're not combo moves, but there's something. You going for the sidelights over and over again while he's right next to you is not going to work.
Mm.
another end light because he spot dodged. That guard was good. It was dangerous because you didn't reset your jumps. So maybe look into more dares rather than 2 ground pounds. But it worked, and that's fine. So you hit him, so you were able to dodge up. I dropped there. It's fine. And you're still behind here, but it looks like you win the game, so we're gonna look at how that comes to be.
I think I just like got him in a bad position in the edge guard, like when I was recovering.
Okay, so we're gonna look at the mistakes you're making here. That dare was misspaced. It wasn't really even a good dare to begin with, because he's not threatened at all. You're going for this like big commitment of dare. An axe dare is slow. It has recovery. You can punish it, right? But if you're gonna go for that, make sure he's like in a spot where it's like he's in danger. He nares you, and in reality, he just nared you, and you're not in advantage here. You're in a disadvantage. So once again, you need to work your way back onto the stage. You just come in with an attack. It's late. It's not in relation to where he is at all, right? You need to be able to punish him from here. So if you're going to go for this dare, you need to dare earlier, but you just missed it completely. You dodge in too much, by the way, on this. Like, he hits you here, you dodge in. If this guy had, like, any care for the fact that you dodged in here, you were dead. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, forget that this guy is plat, and imagine this is, like, wrenched on top of his head. And you get sighlighted here by wrenched, you're dead. Look at where you are, you have 1 jump left, you're just gonna die. But
Yeah.
he just goes backwards. A lot of whiffs, you're attacking too much. Katars get to throw out a lot more attacks than you, and you're missing all of yours and just going past them with them. You need to slow down and think about it. That was a really good read. The dare into downlight was also good. Side sig was very bad. An end sig would have been good if you really had to like put out a sig there. The correct one was end sig. You lifted an edge guard and you killed him. Yeah, this was really his game to lose. In all respects, if he picked up a sword, he kills you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think this was like, even though I won, this was like actually a very bad game as I played.
So far, when you're playing Axe, I've noticed you really, really like side light, and you really, really don't like end light and down light, and that's really bad. And like you go for that side stick here. Imagine if this was a down light, and he literally jumps above you, right? But the down light's also safe because if he's stacked on you, it's there, right? It's just there's so many options you could be covering with your weapon, and instead you're just going for the side lights. So you're whiffing the Sares on him. You need to work more on not committing so hard to what you're doing. You're Saring into him, and it's just like full frontal force. You're just going, oh, I'm gonna Sare him. Like, it's just not gonna work. You dare and you whiff. You don't really follow it up. The dare is bad, and you dodge into him. You go in with an attack even though nothing's happened. You're not playing neutral enough. You know, the game is continuously happening. It's continuously happening. There's no breaking point because every time you get hit, you put out another move, and then he hits you again, and then you put out another move, and then he hits you again, and you put out another move. When you get hit, take a second to think. Unless you have him downloaded, you need to take a second and think about what you were going to do next. Okay?
Yeah.
End light is good. Side light is fine. It's clear what you wanted. And then you get the really good stuff off. The Sarah wasn't bad, but if you look at like how he's coming to you, you could have gotten like if you play the ground here rather than the air, I feel like it's more value. It's really a 50-50, right? Like if he goes up, then that Sarah was good. You hit him. If he goes down, think about the rest of your options. And I'm not saying what you did was bad. I'm just reminding you that there are other options, right? This is a Sarah, but this could have been downlight, this could have been endlight, and then he's definitely, you just kill him. But this Sarah was good. If he went up, he dies. So think about 50-50s. Look at how he's been playing the entire time, and then imagine, okay, he's going to go low rather than high. I'm going to punish low, okay?
Okay.
And just so you remember what character you're playing, there's a sig that covers both of them. Stay on the ground and end sig. He goes this height. he still gets hit by the N-Sig, right? He dodges in. He comes on the ground, he still gets hit by the N-Sig. So also remember what character you're playing. The higher elo you get, the more people stop dodging in like that, and they wait to react. So the SIG won't work because they'll react to the SIG, but they'll also react to the SAIR or whatever you're doing. So it gets to a point where you stop going more on you already know what's gonna happen, and you go on what you're gonna make them react to and punish off of that. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was this game. Uh, so just some stuff to remember is your follow ups were fine. You just need to work on positioning and slowing down on your attacks. That's really bad. That you're like just putting out attacks and hitboxes just to have them out. It's not gonna turn out well for you. But yeah. The axe, you need to work on what your move choice too, because you're doing a lot of moves, but none of them are the right move at the time. Doesn't really make sense.
Yeah. There's a replay that I wanted to like for you to tell me what I did like right because
What's the
someone
map?
told me I did. It's I think it's a Demon Island. Uh
Okay, I have it.
yeah.
This map? This
Yeah.
map? Okay. So, okay. This is gonna take a bit, but just like to have you always remember this, that openings matter. Again, you're still doing the dash back and forth thing. It doesn't make sense. It really is like, I'm just gonna like try to drill it into you because this is the second game I'm seeing you do it. There's no reason to dash back and forth like that, right? You're not really baiting anything.
Yeah.
Give me one sec. Okay, so looking at this again, you really shouldn't be doing like that dashing. And when you finally jump, he has already committed to getting this weapon and to going up the weapon, right? Does that make sense? You are still dashing
Yeah.
back and forth, and you commit late. He ends up just going through with it, and you have jumped into his move. This is all fine for him. He just has you down, so he's just hitting you. But you finally get back on your feet. You dare the map twice, which is just like you putting out hitboxes to try to get hits, trying to get damage back. But they're just not the right hit moves. Like if you're gonna fall here, look at where he is, look at his kit, and look at what he's gonna do, right? So I'll play this slow. You're here, right? You're right here. You're going out. This is before your dare has started, so you have options to think here. He's jumping up. You're going down. He's jumping. He's already started the jump. He's not on the ground anymore, right? It's not like he's still on the ground, so you're daring him. He has jumped. So switch it up at this point. Start thinking about anything else. Don't go in for this dare. Instead, what do? You keep falling, and you nair. So imagine if instead of this is a dare, you falling nair. You have to use all your moves, not just one. You see how he goes above you? You have a circle nair, covers this entire thing. If you're falling, you end up under him, and the nair hits.
Okay. I can hear you if you're talking.
I know, I'm looking at it again.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, so you hit side light. Once again, nothing comes out of it. This is a Sarah, by the way, just for future reference. The better you get, the more able you are to react to these on the spot at which one you should have done, right? But look at this side light. It
Yeah,
ends up with
it's
him behind you. It hits. You just jump Sarah immediately. You can't what like you. It's one thing to miss your follow up. Like you can miss a follow up, right? Like you go for the Sarah and you miss. You go for the Nair and you miss. But you don't go for one at all. You just jump and then you hit the ground again, down light. You know what I'm saying? There, you end lighted. It was in the wrong direction. You're just delayed. Doesn't really matter though. He punishes it. You just need to be more aware. Instead of putting out a move, think about the move. And that was fine. That recovery was really bad, by the way. This is really, really bad. Like, honestly, if I didn't know what happens next, I'd say you died. Imagine if he started
yeah.
this up a bit faster. If he was playing a different weapon, anything. This
You
recovery
would
was
have hit
just
me.
not good. Yeah. That side sig was good to punish his dare, but I don't think that's what you were going for. It looks like you just wanted to side sig. I'll say this: if you really just wanted to side sig there, yes, it worked. It didn't. It actually wasn't that good. So after that end light, if you really want to follow up and commit to it, you go with a side light. It covers the same distance, but then you're not actually at much that big of a risk. That side sig was a big commitment, and if that didn't work, you would have been in a bad spot, right?
Yeah.
Bad punish, but it doesn't matter. Side sig was honestly, it was a good side sig, not even just because it hit. The option was just good, and you took it. Another one is downlight right there, which you probably just saw. But yeah, this side sig was good to cover. You just need in this position you're in, which is a thing to pay attention. Pay attention to a lot of positions. You wake up with a side sig. It also could have been a downlight. You just want to cover this area so you can make your way back into the center of the stage. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Side sig hits, and then what you do here is really good. You see, he uses everything, and you don't hesitate. You're not scared. You're not thinking about it. You punish it. You know that the punish is there, and you take it. And that's something that could be put into a lot of things you do. You need to not hesitate. Like that combo earlier, it looks like you stopped because you were like worried or hesitating.
Yeah.
You have the things there for you, so just take them. Don't hesitate and don't be worried about it. Okay. This is gonna sound like something else, but I'll just show it to you for future reference. The downlight was good, but he has no dodge, remember that, right? He has no dodge here, okay? This is just like, so I can teach you something new. He has no dodge here, this is what you should do. I'll just go and train what to show you. And this works most of the time, because you going for that side light showed that it missed and it just wasn't very good. So here's what you can do off that no dodge. You hit the end light, you dash end light. That's 10 frames. So if they have no dodge, it's usually gonna hit. If they have no dodge like that, you hit the end light, dash down light. Dash down light and dash end light are your best friends there. Because dash side light, while it usually works, you were just so far from him that it didn't turn out well, right? So
Yeah.
in future cases, look at dash end light and look at dash down light. Dash end light is good because after the second end light, if you double chase dodge, you can then get the side light you're looking for in the first one. So it just opens up more options. The thing with spear end light is it's really good, and it gives you like so many things to work with. There's so many things that are possible after a spear end light when someone doesn't have a dodge, right? And side light is honestly one of the worst moves on spear. It's just not very good. But I get the idea of end light side light, but look at the other things too. And not that the side light was bad, but looking at what he had, remembering that he had no dodge, dash end light would have been tighter, dash downlight would have been tighter. Side light was bad. People, this is just a common thing that you should always remember. What do people do when they pick up a weapon or whiff a move? They jump, okay? So
Okay.
you saw him pick up this weapon, and it looks like you were just sidelighting. And Bryn is like a character where this happens a lot, where people just do the SIGs. But you have a downlight here because you know that, what do people do after they pick up a weapon?
They jump.
They jump. So you have a downlight there. You have an end SIG there if you really wanted to SIG. People need to be less reliant on SIGs because your line attacks are always a lot better. They cover more options. The SIG only covers this line, whereas the downlight would cover this line and also leave you in less recovery. It also puts you in the air because he's committing in the air too. So you want to be matched with him rather than be under him at a disadvantage, right? So you match with him and then you nair him. Or if you miss the downlight, you nair him. But this downlight just works. You hit that downlight.
Okay.
He does a bad job of edge guarding you, so I'm not going to comment on your recovery. It could have been better, but he didn't exactly put any pressure onto you. Hesitation, one recovering. You also didn't have that many jumps. If you really knew, I don't know how good you are at keeping track of your jumps, but if you knew how many jumps you were, and we're counting it, there's mods that help you do it now, but ignoring that, counting them, you can go way higher with this.
Yeah, I usually count them. I just think I panicked there too.
Yeah. After this, like look you how far you just give up. You fall. Right? And you had a jump, but what are you falling for then? Jump up, recovery. You see? You had recovery and you had jump and you had dodge back.
Yeah.
That was good. That's what I'm talking about, right? So you get the end light, dash through, and then another end light. That's fine. If he didn't downlight, it wouldn't have hit, but honestly, there's no threat to you for doing that, so it's fine. And then, once again, you're in this situation where the guy has no jump, no dodge, and you have options such as, okay, I can go through here, another end light, right? These are his options, and you've already seen that. And I'm going over this even though what you did was correct. You just hit him. These are his options. To go this way with no dodge, meaning he's not going to make it very far, and to go this way, right? And you read that he's going to go up, and you unsig him. Of course, once again, downlight is better. Downlight gives you more control because it lets you go into Sarah, lets you go into recovery. You can pick where he goes, and Sig is always going to send him this way, right? And Sig will always send him here. But with that control, and it's more damage, you're literally doing less damage by doing NSIG, aren't you?
Yeah.
But the follow-up was good, the read was good, everything you put into that stock was good. You just need to do the best option rather than a good option. Does that make sense? There's good options, and
Yeah,
there's the best
but there's-
option.
Okay. Yeah, I get that.
That was good. That was what I was talking about last game where I said you dared and then you didn't do anything. This dare, Sarah, looks like you were doing something. You dared and you waited for, instead of just Saring again for no reason, you dared, you waited for the dodge, and then you Sare. Or you Sare in the direction you know he's gonna dodge. You need to think about it before you put it out again. Good NSIG. Downlight was that downlight is exactly what I'm talking about. In the last game I watched, this downlight, if I'm looking at the same person, right, this downlight would have been a sidelight from you. You know what I'm saying? You were doing too many sidelights. Now you did downlight, it connected, and that's what you need to do. The combos are fine. They're downlight. Good dodge, good punish, and then you punish that Sarah. Right there, he's dead. Okay? And let me explain you what I mean. You probably don't see it because you're just not paying attention to that, but count these things, count these jumps, count your jumps, look at the pressure you have. Endlight him. He's coming back, he recoveries, he hasn't touched the ground. You're not counting the jumps, are you? Count the jumps. He jumps again right there, you can see the cloud. He's Saren. He has one jump. He's grayed out. You have the entire map. You have your jumps, all of them. He has nothing. he has two options: dodge straight here, dodge diagonally here to touch the wall, right? He dodges up. That's just like you just have everything, right? You have everything. These are three directions he can go. Any other direction, he's killed himself. These are his three you can go, and you don't cover any of them. He should die right here. You have, and the best part about this is I'm saying he has three options, right? And you're going, if he has three options, then he's not dead. He has these three options, right? But no, all three of these options extend on the fact that you have everything and he has nothing but a dodge, and that he has to use right now. He has to use it now. Watch this. He's dodged, okay? Right? You didn't
Yeah.
you didn't have to do anything, but he has to dodge right now, and he just did it. Now you know where he is. It's a free reaction, right? If he dodged up, he would have dodged up. That's fine. But you didn't have to do anything. Now you can go punish that. So right as he dodges, right, like, there are three dodges, yes, but as he does any of them, you punish it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you the punishes you could have done real quick. If he dodged down, you chase dodge up. You dash up, dash jump up, ground pound, or dare, right? You commit to the off stage because he just used his dodge to touch the wall. You commit to him, you hit him hard with the dares to send him down, right? That makes sense? That's if he goes downwards. The one he did do, which is he came at you again, straight. As soon as you see that dodge come out, dash jump, Sair. He has to dodge into the Sair. You Sair him, he goes far, and then, like you did with that downlight Sair on spear, you commit to the offstage, you Sair him again, because he has to jump now, right? No dodge, no recovery, he has to jump here. You Sair him again. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And the last one is if he was to go up. If he went up, it's a lot harder to kill him, but it's still a free punish on the dodge, right? If he goes up diagonally on this dodge, he ends up around here. There, you have Bryn. You can either straight recovery him, and if you're really good, you can nair him to the point where you'll be able to get a follow-up off that nair. You can juggle him with nairs. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Those are all options. The highest one, which is the best dodge for him, is to go up. That's the most damage you get. You get damage from that. The other two options, he dies. Remember that.
Yeah. Okay.
You're putting out a lot of moves. The game's already won for you, but you're still whiffing a lot of hits, and you should just work on that in general. You whiff a lot of hits. Like, you just throw out moves. Like, this is a punish. As soon as that side stick ends, it was a punish, and you could have punished it way sooner than you did. In fact, you only got that punish because he ran at you, right?
Yeah.
You missed the follow-up on the sidelight again. You have to follow up. If you don't follow up, you're literally just missing damage. Like, why was that not a sidelight nair?
Yeah. I feel like I hesitate too much in those ones. Like, I try to say it or nair, but I just think too much about it, and I end up not hitting them.
Yeah. Go into training room and just do sidelight nair over and over again. It'll literally, like, there won't be any hesitation past that. Because as soon as you hit the sidelight, your brain will click automatically to nair, because that is what you've practiced over and over again. Yes, you can hit it. You don't miss it. But think about it like this: you're not missing it, but you can't miss it if you don't go for it, right? Like you said, you don't miss the combos, but you also just don't go for them. If you click it into your brain, you won't miss them, and you'll also be actually doing it. You'll hit it. You get another side sig, and this one just kills him off the side. Let me watch the situation the side sig was like. That was really good. The side sig is perfect. That's a perfect punish, and it wins you the game, so that's good. He downlights backwards, and that's his error, but ignoring the fact that it was his error, you made the complete most out of it. There are people that end light there. There are people that do something else there. You side sigged him, and it wasn't even like off reaction or anything. It was to punish the downlight, and it was perfect. I'm gonna, unless you have another request for a game, I'm gonna look over the Hattori game.
Yeah. It's okay. Any game, it's good.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
So you did it again. This is probably just a habit that you don't even notice, the dashing back and forth. Look, he's already committed to getting the weapon. The only reason he doesn't get this weapon is because he's a clown. I don't understand what his opening is, where he decided that he was going to go up, go down, and then nair. But if he really wanted it, he had the weapon for free. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You,
I should just go in like to either punish him for getting the weapon or like actually getting the weapon, right?
yes, you are dashing back and forth. I don't know why. You either need to go to him, fight him unarmed at the start of the game, or go to the weapon, contest him there. You are giving up the weapon, and that's fine if that's your plan. So is that your plan? Are you giving up the
No.
weapon by choice?
I think it's just like a bad habit I have.
Yeah. Like there are people that are actually like, I don't want the weapon, and that's fine. You don't want the weapon at all. But that's not you. You actually do want the weapon, and you're just not getting it. This was a dare, and you obviously don't think of this at the time. This is a hindsight thing, but that's what replays are for, right? Look at where you are with him. You're completely even.
Yeah, just
He can nair you on an arm, yes, but he didn't. Recovery. You still have it. You have sword. This is gonna hit. Just recovery. It's damage. It's not a lot of damage, but it's damage. You recovery him, and if it hits, you get nairs. You just dare, and you're even. That dare is never gonna hit when you have no jumps and you're even. Does that make sense?
yeah. Would an air would have hit him? Would that hit an air? Just like an axe?
You would have been falling, so maybe recovery is your best bet here. I'm not gonna say the nair wouldn't have worked. It looks to me like it wouldn't have, but I personally just wouldn't have gone for it. That's why I noticed the recovery anyway. The nair is not a terrible idea. I just am not sure. I can't just say yes. So.
Okay.
But recovery would have worked. If you think the nair would have hit, try the nair next time. Just that the dare didn't work, right? Just know the dare didn't work, and then nair and recovery are options for next time. That punish was bad because you were dashing for no reason. You should work on not dashing as much. Obviously dashing is really important, but you really, like, here you hit the ground, and then watch what you do when you hit the ground. Oops, I went too far. You hit the ground off weapon, right? You dash forward, then you turn forward, dash back facing this way, turn again, dash away when you could have slightly walked away. Like, instead of you were dashing here, this dash right here, I can tell you that you did this dash because you were just pressing the dash key before, right? This is just continuing the dashes you were doing. But if you were not dashing and you were just there, he dares, you dashed and it took you too far, right? Because you do the right punish. See? You downlight. That's what you should have done. But it can't hit because you dashed too far. So next time, don't dash. Don't spam your dash. Just move back. You have time. You can react to this. Move back. Right?
Yeah.
And then just downlight. Sidelight was good, but the follow-up was really bad. After the sidelight there, anytime you pick up a sidelight on them being above you, which you did here, like this, they will always go this way, okay?
Yeah.
That's a
So
jump
that's
stare. Jump stare. That's it.
Yeah.
That's really the only thing you can do. Instead you did this. It's really weird. If you missed the jump stare, that's fine. That it really, honestly, this jump stare, if you missed it because he dodged, you would have been above him, and you can hit him dare right here. So it just gives you a good position anyway. He dodged this way, you dare him. You're not really gonna get punished for that jump stare, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I did that thing again.
So you play sword really fast, and the thing is the speed doesn't matter because you're not doing anything. Like you're just playing fast to like be fast. You're not really punishing him, and Lance is kind of hard to punish. But look at that, you could have gone the downlight right on that dare.
Yeah.
That Ansig you could have punished with a Sarah. Think more about your hits. Worry more about them. Look at and the thing with coaching is that obviously all of this stuff I'm telling you, you could go into a game and you could make the mistake again, right? But remember what I'm telling you. What when you look back at it that time, right? Because
Yes.
obviously I'm not always there to like say this is you did it again, Sarah next time. But you remember that okay, Remy told me to Sarah when I'm in this situation. You need to find that for yourself and look at how you should look at all the options you have. Like at the start with that recovery, you looked at it yourself and you said I could have nared there maybe, right? That's what you need to be doing when you look back at a replay or an interaction. You say I could have done all of this stuff and I did this one which didn't work. What am I gonna do next time? So right here, you Sarah him when he goes for that N-sig. That was good, and the follow-up was perfect. He iterate wasted stuff, he sidelights. You know he has to come back in because most people aren't going to just give up the commap right like that, right? His best option and safest option after this was to go this way, like go away from you and completely give up the map, but he wasn't going to do that, so you took complete punish on it, and he died for it. It's really good. Your edge guard was bad. If he was any better, he makes it back to the stage, but it was fine. That punish was slow because it was the wrong one. You see the down stick, and then you go for side light. Side light is, I'll say it again, very bad. There are times to use it, clearly, but you have to like know. This punish here is just a clear end light. It pushes him about here. If you end light him a bit far, you can get the side light after that. You can punish him downwards. You can downlight him if he goes up. Side light opens up. I mean, end light opens up way more things for you than side light does. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
you should usually be looking for end light just because it opens up an entire world of possibilities. And it's just side light's just slow. You just didn't get the punish off because of it, right? Just end light. Here you're playing neutral, but you're playing it really hard and really bad, and you did that thing again, where this will make you so good if you just get better at this. Everyone does it. What was that, right? What was that? That dodge was because he unlighted you. Okay, what do you do next? You reset, you jump, and then watch this. You dodge. Why? What did you dodge?
Yeah. No reason.
No reason.
I just
He was standing
yeah.
still. You autopilot dodged because you were moving. Just if moving like this is gonna make you dodge because you're moving and you want to keep moving, then maybe look at him. He's not moving. He's doing his thing. He's standing still. Maybe take a second. Also stand still. Don't need to keep moving. You wasted your dodge. What did he do? As soon as you wasted your dodge, I'm surprised he had the mental to do it. He punished you because you dodged, right?
Yeah.
So don't dodge for no reason. When you dodge, there's a reason for it, and it's to evade something. You dodged for no reason. Side light. There was not the best, but it was fine. He didn't hit the combo true at all, but you kind of jumped into it. I'll say this, that there's a lot of things you could have done. Like you dodged into that. There's a lot of things you could have done, like not dodge that way, obviously, right? But that's true for a lot of situations. Imagine if he did nair, and then you dodged up and you got hit by it. There's just so many things you could have done. I'm just showing you that this dodge was not the one, right? Maybe dodge down next time, because he wanted this Sarah, because the combo is side light Sarah, right? So if you
Yeah.
dodge down, he wasn't going to go for dare, because the combo is on side light dare. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You would have punished
I
the
get
Sarah
it.
if you dodged down. He commits, but I'm going to look at what you did, which is this is like a thing where it's like you're here, right? This is your world. You go up here, you go straight up, and then there, and you do what you did, which is take the stage, right? And there is so much. The possibilities are infinite, right? Like there are so many options, right? I'm gonna explain to you why this one is the worst one, okay?
Okay. Okay.
He is playing Lance. There's not much he can do with you coming up here besides a jump Sarah. If you come through here, he has to jump Sarah you. It's high startup. It's he's expecting a lot of you. Like you can play around the fact that he has to jump Sarah. Does that make sense? This makes this a safer option than this because he doesn't have much he can do with his weapon. He can nair you, but that won't kill you. It's damage, but it won't kill you. He can recover you, it won't kill you. It's damage, but it won't kill you. Sarah is just like another thing. This up here is almost the same as this, and how what he can use to punish you and everything. But this is giving him room. This is giving him choices. Now this Orion can go off and dare this way, right? You can go through here and dare backwards, right? He can do that. Those are his options, right?
Alright.
He can go straight down and ground pound you. That's another option, right?
Yeah.
Those are all options he has because you took the one that gave him the most choice. Now he can go punish you like this. He can go punish you like this. He can go around and punish you like this. He can even, if you really wanted to, just go under and nair you. He has anything he wants because you went low rather than the other two. So think about when you get knocked off there, remember what he's playing and remember what is possible. And I'm not saying just panic and just go up. Don't panic because if you panic, then he stares you and maybe he gimps you, right? But don't just rush to the bottom because you're giving him too many choices. Think about the choices, okay?
Yes.
And I'm not just like saying that that's what you did was wrong or what I'm telling you to do is right, because edge guarding just is so infinite. There's so many things that could have happened. There's so many things that you could have done, but there's always a good, better, and best. Okay.
Yeah. I the worst option in that.
In that,
scenario.
yeah. He's dead. Here. You are Hattori. This ground pound was assuming he goes low, right? And that's fine. Let's look at him and what he has in the last frame. Okay. He has one jump. You know that, right? You're aware you took his recovery? You paid attention to the effects? He has one jump, right? Okay. He just used it. Now imagine if he fell a bit and then used it. Yes, your ground pound is fine. But if he fell again and used it, your ground pound still isn't the best. Because if he fell and used it, you can dare him anyway. And what this basically means is you should have, in every scenario, in every dodge he has, right? And because this gives you, you're making an opportunity for yourself, right? This gives you the most opportunities. Okay? And what that means is he went this way, your ground pound hit him, he dies, right? Fine. That's what you did. That's what you were going for. That's the hope. But if you went this way, or like here, and then he dodged this way, you still could have gotten that ground pound. He has no recovery, right? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You still get what you were going for. It's just later. You get it later. But because you went this way, let's say he didn't go this way. Let's say he went up, right? Now
Yes,
because you also went up, yeah, which he did, you match him. You've already committed to the ground pound. You have nothing else you can do besides go down. But if you went up with him, GCN Sig here, Ser here, you create an entire new world if you go up with him. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Follow.
By the way, what stance should I be using with Hattori?
Defense.
Because defense
Yeah,
always.
always. There's no other stance ever. But yeah. By the end of it anyway, you kill him, which is fine. That was just clean. You did everything you needed to do. There's like, oh, he could have fucking dared him or styled on him or gone harder, but you didn't, and it killed him. It just worked, right?
Yeah.
At this point, your goal, and this is just like a mental thing or a game sense thing. You see, this is the game, right?
Alright.
Your goal is to win the game without losing this stock. And yes, you have a stock on him, so you can lose that stock, but the game has changed. Now you want to win without losing it. Because if you play as this is your last stock, right? Then you will try your heart out to beat him thinking you're on even ground. Does that make sense? Play with your
Yeah.
lead. Yes, play with your lead, take chances, but in reality, you have an extra game to play, basically. You are two on him. So
Yeah, I got that.
you play like you're two on him. You know that you know to like control it because he has to come at you. He has to do something to get that damage on you. Instead of letting him do it, you take advantage of it. Dodging was good. Then you got the recovery from last time and you followed up with him there. So that was all really good. That downlight was fine because the read was there. It just didn't work. Another option is to dash forward and downlight instead of dash back and forth. So just remember that for next time. It's just an option. It doesn't really matter that you did that. Missed punish. Best punish for spear downlight is spear downlight. So I'll show you what I mean. You got the dare. You missed the second one. Watch. If you were tracing him better, you got that second dare too. So if you're gonna spear dare juggle, you should pay attention and try to trace them better. So you got that dare. You knew what he had, and then he stared, and then you could have gotten another one. But instead, you wasted your jump again, and then you dared too fast. And I'll show it to you just so you know what I'm talking about. You dared. Okay. Do nothing. Just trace. Now you jumped again, and you are already fast falling to dare. This is you fast falling. That's a fast fall animation. If you didn't fast fall like that, you could have probably gotten him over here. If you just waited, you were already going for that dare. You knew you wanted it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he dares you and you were already in the air. So you in reality you punish that with an air. If you're on the ground, he downlights and you downlight. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
That was a good side light punish, but honestly, end light would have been better. Just gives if you end light him there, you just get more control. Once again, it opens more options. Like I was saying before, you end light him, you can chase forward, or you can chase diagonally up. With this side light, he gets away because he has this entire area to go away with. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so, I want to. You've done a good job. You could have, went like I said. You started off a bit. So this is like, this was trading hit for hit. Remember where I started you, where it was like, okay, win the game from this. You were slightly yellow and he was white. You in this entire stock have traded hit for hit with him, right? You're like as even as you were at the start because you went even, and you had a stock
Yeah.
lead, so it's fine you went even. But imagine if you didn't go even. Imagine if you just beat him, and that's what I'm trying to impose on you. Don't go. You have room to work with, but don't even go even. Just win. Just end the game with 2 stocks left. That's the goal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I should have played more safe and go
It's
for like if it was my last start. You were saying.
yeah, but that's not always true. Like I'm not trying to say always just play passive so that you can keep your stock
Yeah, yeah.
right. But
Yeah.
you could have won with more. The goal is to win with as hard as possible. And so comes through. Yeah. I think you just end light and sig them. That was good. It's not you had downlight there, but the sig was good and it worked. And this downlight here was really good. This is just like complete good play. He lands on the platform, and you know you have this area, so you just go in for it. You get the downlight and it works. And that's just all in good. There's nothing else to talk about, right? So yeah,
Right.
on this game, you definitely do look more like a spear player than your other two weapons. You played a lot of axe, but your spear looks a lot better than it. Your sword, I it's just because I play sword, and you've probably seen how I play sword. I'm pretty good at sword, so I'm gonna say that your sword
Yeah.
could use a lot of work. You're not controlling the areas you have. You're too far back a lot of the time. You're misspacing, but it's clear what you want. You're just not mechanically getting it, but it's clear that you want it, right?
Yeah. I
Uh,
should work more in the dash him. I think that like my
yeah,
swordplay really gets affected by that.
yeah. For the most part, this game was good. Like you were trading it for it. Like I'm saying, just work on trading it for it, and instead make your hit for hits big strings. Like yeah, like that could have been a dash jump nair. It could have been a dash down. Like it could have been so many things to make it so that you weren't getting hit. You're whiffing dare a lot. That you have no right to whiff that dare. You know why? Because he did downlight and then he did endlight, and you had so much time to think and to react to a punish with just the dare above him. But instead, you did it fast. You didn't wait. You didn't think. You need to stop and think. All right, just take a second for yourself and say, "This is actually what I want to do." Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Last game we're gonna look at is one of my games. On Hattori. I don't play Bryn, so it's kind of hard for me to get you a Bryn game. But we're gonna look at me on
Yes.
Hattori in ranked, and
I just played Braining once because I played in two, but like I played Hattori mainly once.
yeah, it's makes sense. These are all right. I don't think I played Hattori in rank. Just give me a second to find it. This won't take on the time that you have for coaching, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, this game will do. I don't really want to look at a ditto because it's best to look at other matchups, but we'll just focus on what I'm doing. I don't
Yeah.
really want to
Okay.
look at this game in general because this game was really bad. Other games that look better, but yeah. I'm just like kind of autopiloting. I played this game on stream, so right into it. I'll start with my opening and his. This is just top players because we're dumb, and when we get into a game, we're tabbed out. I'm sure you guys are actually paying attention, but we both get into the game. This is like 2800, so we're both tabbed out because the queue is 20 minutes long. But
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
tournament, we both contest the weapon. You can see he got to it first, so he gets it, and I immediately unarmed to match it. There was no dashing back and forth or anything. We just matched the weapons. He gets the punish for my second unarm, and I'm waiting for my weapon. I wake up with the spear dare, and it clashes. In reality, it was a bad thing to do for me, right? I shouldn't have done that. I should have just waited. That Sarah was something I didn't see you do at all. You don't really play the air, and when you're playing the air, what are you going for? You're going for dares. That makes sense.
Yeah. Makes sense.
When I play the air, I play. Look at where he is right now. When you play the air, this is where you play. You play my character right now. When I play the air, I'm looking for this area. I'm looking for this area because diagonals are the strongest area to play unless you're against bow, spear, and axe. Because no weapon can correctly cover diagonals, right? So look into playing more diagonals, which I'm about to show you. So I play the diagonal here. I'm above him, but I don't do anything. I switch to playing diagonal because I land, and I Sare him. The nair was just to be safe. I Sare him. A lot of moves you'll see me throw out are just to be safe, not to actually hit. I Sare him, and I miss my combo, but it's a true combo, which is why I went for it.
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
Okay.
I just missed it that time.
Yeah. I downlight, he misses the punish, so I nair to be safe. Like, the nairs are always to be safe. Nair because look at how big it is. Like, look at your character, and this is nair. They can't hit you, right? They have to punish it, but they can't hit you. You nair just to be safe. So continue off that. I bring him down. He misses. I punish. That was me going up because people like to wake up, right? If I went in with another end light, I would have gone hit. If I went in with a side light, I probably would have hit him. If I go down light, I would have gone hit. So I waited. I read the wake up and I punished him for the sig he did. He wasted dodge there and I missed a punish. That's something I should work on, connecting my punishes. And then I do a really bad dodge that he honestly could have killed me for. You see, I go into him 3 times, and that's something you did the first game, remember? You go into him over and over again. This is what it looks like at a higher level. I went into him multiple times, and look what happens. I die, right?
Yeah.
Someone armed. That's something I didn't see you do at all, but that's because I didn't see you play a lot of sword. GC downlight is just broken. You should always do it on every weapon, honestly, except spear. But GC downlight is just strong. On sword, you hold the air a lot because you see people are just going to attack. If you can hold the air, you can dare them, right? Dare is really strong. It does 17 damage. You punish with downlight for the most part. For the most part, you use endlight to cover you. You're punishing with downlight. Anything you can punish, you punish with downlight. And you use dare to play neutral. You play around that horizontal I was showing you. You play around it with dare. He messed up his edge guard, even though it wasn't really there. He shouldn't have committed, but he did, and it cost him. This stock is really long, so I'm gonna try to show you as much of it as I can. The dare, and okay, so I'll explain this. That dare, as soon as I see him going this way, what do? I try to follow him. It's just bad. But I'm trying to explain why, right? It was bad, but I wanted to nair. He just caught me with the end light. If it was some other weapons, I would have been able to get through it and then naired him. You see me waking up. That's not good. I woke up with end light there, and I didn't take a lot of damage for it, but it just wasn't good. I'm kind of like probably talking in chat right now or whatever, but you can see I'm missing the combo still. Should go for it more. Get it there, and that was good because I knew he was going to reset back to the ground. This is something top players do a lot in North America. You hit them, and what do they want to do? They want to go back down. They like hugging the ground. No one really jumps all the way up. So when you get a hit, look for them to reset straight down below you. Try to punish it. On sword, it means getting multiple dares. On spear, it means getting multiple dares, or it means getting a weapon throw into that nair like I got there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense, yeah.
I went for the side light, and like I said, side light's not the best with how many options you have, especially since I have this entire barrier of, okay, I can only go this way if I go off stage. There's nothing he's going to come down here and do. So I just went for like the least commitment thing, and I just end lighted him, and he dodged into it, which led me getting punished. That recovery was really sloppy. It doesn't matter, but it's just damage I didn't need to take. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That was for fun. I should have downlighted him, but I hesitated. You see that? I knew he was going to land. That's why I went all the way. Knew he wanted to land, knew he had to land, and then I just don't put my hitbox out. You can't hesitate. If you know this stuff is coming, you deal with it. I countered his jumps. I knew that he had to touch the ground here, and then I just did nothing, right?
Right.
And it got me killed again. You see I use a lot less SIGs than you, but when I do use a SIG, it hits, because I know when to put my SIGs into the play.
Yeah.
Just staying above him, because I know spear has nothing to deal with that. Punishing his whiffs. Like, I'm not really moving into him here. I'm playing a circle. He's moving around me, and I'm just playing that circle, because I know each time he moves around me, what's he going to do next? He's going to come back into me, because I have the weapon control. Dare him. See, I'm here. I'm here. He's here. What's he going to do? For this weapon, he's going to come into me. He comes in. I go up. I dare him. The circle starts over. Now he's here. Watch what happens next. the circle still exists. I'm trying to nair him. He knows he can't just full commit to get this weapon. He doesn't want to take the damage that'll cost him, but he honestly should have already, right? Because he's trying to avoid taking damage, and in that time he's gone to orange. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
He finally picks it up, and I get a nair off of it. That was him trying to read the fact that I was gonna dodge back into him, but instead I just punish it, right? You need to work. Like I said, if you're gonna punish, you punish with downlight. That was another case of NA syndrome. So he's gonna fucking, I downlight dare him. Now what I do here is jump again, because what is he going to do? He's going to stay under me. Usually, like I said, they go back down onto the ground, right? This guy decided to stay here and downlight there. Downlight. But that's just the good thing about it. When you get that sword there and you control that area, and you jump again, it doesn't matter where they go as long as it's under you, right? If they go down, they're under you. If they GC, they're under you. You always get the second punish, okay?
Okay.
That's something you should look into. If you play Hattori, you should always have this in mind. I don't know how hard you pay attention to dodges, but he doesn't
Yeah,
have
after
one.
the dodge. Yeah, I did it. Yeah.
He,
Actually, I saw that from Lil Cap too, because he does that in bot bar, but with downside.
yeah, I do that too. If you have something like that, you use it. It's clear that here he doesn't have. He has nothing to work with after the sidelight. Don't even know why he did the sidelight, but just kill him. He's just dead. You can tell by the end he was getting nervous because of how much damage I had gone on him, so he just cracked under it. And yeah. But that's an hour and 20 minutes, which is more than it was, but it was that's how much time it takes for me to get through it. Then so be it. It was good. I think that's all the replays we're gonna go over. There are tournament sets that you can look over if you really want to see some spear play. You have me versus Noel, DreamHack Dallas. You have this YouTube video I made, me playing spear, and I play mainly Hattori for all of it. I think I win this game anyway. I actually probably win this game. Yeah, I definitely win that game. And then you have Ethan upload a video, him playing Hattori, and he plays mainly spear for the most part of it. So if you want to look at those, you can get even more gameplay out of it. Ethan versus Stingray is right here. Both of these people play spear.
Yeah, I've seen that video too.
So there's always options to look at for whatever you need. And yeah, I hope you actually got something out of this, and it just wasn't a waste of time.
Yeah, actually, yeah. You said you're not gonna like coach for a while now, but after, like, when are you coaching again? Like, for me to actually pay and.
I don't know, but like I said, if anything you needed that I said here, it's gonna be on YouTube, and you can watch it again to pick up things that I said if you don't remember or want to relearn what to do. Whenever I actually do coach and like do it for money and to get paid, you'll know, because I'll just tell everyone, right? So
yeah.
But yeah, hope this was useful for you.
Yeah, very useful.
All right.
Thanks, dude.
No problem. Have a good day, man. Alright, that's the end of the YouTube video too. I'm going to cut it off there, and I'll see you guys later.